Hello, today we'll take a look at using layout environment, the layout environment argument in the section compositional layout closure here. So we've been accustomed to using section index to know what section we're dealing with, but today we'll actually take a look at layout environment. So this layout environment argument changes as the user rotates the device. So for an example, here we could use a print statement to see what that environment variable looks like. So we'll say layout environment dot container dot effective content size. The effective content size is the size of the container. So actually, let's go ahead and run the code now. So here we have our compositional layout grid. We have two columns. As we rotate the device, in our console, we have some print logs here. So we started off at the width being 414, the height being 896 points. So as we rotated the device, the create layout function got called again. The layout variable here got called again. And now we have different sizes. So now the width changed because now we're in landscape. So now we have 896 points to deal with. So as we rotate it again in portrait mode, we see we're back at 414. So we could do a couple of things. So now we could say we want to have two columns if we in portrait, and for example, we want to have 5 columns if we're in landscape. So how can we do that? Well, we could use the layout environment container effective content size here. On this, we have a width argument as well available to us. We could go ahead and use that width. And now, instead of just returning a hard-coded count on our initializer for the layout group, we could actually dynamically say, if this is greater than, for example, 800 points, then return 5 columns. If not, return 2 columns in that case. So how can we do that? Well, we could create some sort of constant here to capture what the size is. Well, first we'll say width or container width equal to ns collection, sorry, this is layout environment dot container dot effective content size dot width. So here we have the size of the width of the container. We could go on to say let item count. So now we want to have a dynamic count. Let item count equal to container width. If the container's width is greater than 800 points, then we want to return 5 items. Else, return 2 items or 3 items, right? So this item count, instead of using this hard-coded 2 now, we could go ahead and use item count here, like that. We'll remove that print statement, no longer needed. We'll run the app again. So if we're in portrait mode, we expect to get 3 items or 3 columns. If we rotate the device and we get to landscape, we expect to get 5 columns. Okay, let's see how this works. So run the app again. So here we get back 3 columns because now our width is less than 800, so we get 3 columns. If we go ahead and rotate the simulator by command arrow, now we have 5 items, right? So this is making use of the layout environment in our collection view compositional layout closure that uses a section provider. So we're able to utilize the layout environment and dynamically return items based on the orientation of the device. Thank you for watching.